Now we'll try and see if these two graphs, G and H, are isomorphic. And to do that, we'll fill out the function table and the edge preservation table. All right, so first thing is think about unwinding H. Like so. A couple different ways you could do that. You could move U2 over to where U3 is and U3 over to U2, or you could put U1 where U4 is and U4 where U1 is. Either way will work. I'm going to put U4 there, U1, U2, U3. Okay, so now our intuition tells us that V1 should be sent over to U4. U4. That would be tough to see, so I'm going to put that in black here. So you got U4. Let's see. V2 goes over to U2. So we've got U2 there. V3 goes, oh, already is green, huh? V3 goes over to U3. V4 goes over to U1. Now remember, an isomorphism is a one-to-one and onto function that preserves edges. So first we need to check, does this table represent a one-to-one and onto function? And in fact it does. All different, and all the vertices are listed there. So that tells us it's a function. All different here. That tells us it's one-to-one, no D and E's. That tells us it's onto. So this, in fact, is a one-to-one and onto function. So now we know that F from the vertices of G to the vertices of H, represented by this table right here, is in fact a one-to-one and onto function. All right. Now let's fill out the edge preservation table. So this cell right here, this is F of V1, F of V2. Right. I know there's an I and a J there, but that's the I, that's the J. Okay, so V1 goes to U4, V2 goes to U2. So that's what we put right there. U4, U2. Now there. Now we've got 2 and 3. Let's see. So those two there. Let's see, from my table, V2 goes to U2. V3 goes to U3. So we've got U2, U3. Now we've got 3, 4. See, V3 goes to U3. V4 goes to U1. So we've got U3, U1. And now lastly, let's see, that's F of V4 and F of V1. V4 goes to U1. V1 goes to U4. So that's U1, U4. Okay, so now we just want to check, are these edges in H? So U4, U2, looking at that, U4, U2. Okay, yeah, that's an edge there. Yes. Okay, now U2, U3, Is that an edge? Yes. U3, U1. Let's see, yep, that is right there. Yes. And now lastly, U1, U4. Yes. Yes, that is. All right, so we have a one-to-one and onto function represented by our table there. We already checked that. All yeses there, so that tells us that F is an isomorphism. If there exists an isomorphism between two graphs, then that tells us that G and H are isomorphic. And so they're essentially the same graph.